Hello everyone. Today we are going to do cubic polynomial equation. A cubic polynomial equation will have general form of this: ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0, and for that a should not be 0. This means highest degree should be 3. So example is like x cube minus 4x square plus 3x plus 2 equal to 0, or x cube minus 2 equal to 0. These are cubic polynomial equation. Now cubic polynomial equation will have 3 roots. It will be equal to the degree. This means quadratic will have x square minus 5x plus 4 equal to 0. It is 2 degree. It will have 2 roots. And when I say 2 roots, it will be can be real or imaginary, anything. I think you guys have no idea about this imaginary, or you have seen it somewhere. Okay, so we will do it in chapter complex number, but in general it will have 2 roots. So it is cubic and I am taking those roots are cubic, so it will have 3 roots, so I am taking it is alpha, beta, gamma. So when cubic equation has 3 roots alpha, beta and gamma, using a theorem called factor theorem. And what is factor theorem? It says if px is a polynomial and if you put alpha in place of x everywhere and you get the value 0, then x minus alpha is factor of px. Let's do it using an example. I take example x square minus 5x plus 6. This is the polynomial. Now I want to find p1. What is p1? P1 is 2. And what is p2? P2 is 0. So I can see p2 is 0, p alpha is 0. So in place of alpha it is 2. You have put x equal to 2 here and you got 0, right? This means x minus 2 will be factor using factor theorem. That is called factor theorem, right? I hope you got it. Now I am using that factor theorem here with this cubic polynomial equation. So if alpha is the root, this means alpha will satisfy this one, right? If you put alpha, that is a alpha cube plus b alpha square plus c alpha plus d, it will certainly be equal to 0. This means p alpha is equal to 0, right? This means x minus alpha is a factor. That's what is written. X minus alpha is factor of px. Applying same logic, we can say x minus beta and x minus gamma are its factor, right? So we got 3 factors of ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. That is x minus alpha, x minus beta and x minus gamma, right? Since we got 3 factors, so we can write like, see, if we got 20, right, we factorize it is 2 into 2 into 5, right? So we can write this one 20. Factorize means if you write all the factors, you can get the number. Similarly, if I factorize this into x minus alpha into x minus beta into x minus beta, if I multiply them, I get it back, right? But I see it's a here, so if you multiply them here, it is x cube, so a term a should be there. So this is numerical factor and these are polynomial factors, right? Got it? So this means ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d can be written like a into x minus alpha into x minus beta into x minus gamma, and it will not go further because it is only 3 roots, it's cubic, right? Now let's move ahead with this one. I bringing this one this side, so this will become this side x cube plus b by ax square plus c by ax plus d equal to, and this side if you multiply them, it will be x cube when x into x minus x square. I am writing simplified form. You multiply them, you will get this one alpha plus beta plus gamma, and then plus x alpha plus beta plus gamma, and then minus alpha beta gamma, right? So if I compare both sides, this is 1 is equal to 1, right? Second is what is coefficient of x square? It is b by a here, and what is this? Minus alpha plus beta plus gamma. So I can write like this one, minus of alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to b by a. That is what? Coefficient of x square. If you equal coefficient of x square both sides, right? Then same way if you compare with coefficient of x, then okay, there is a mistake in Sorry, we did a mistake here. It is not alpha b plus beta plus gamma, it is alpha beta, beta gamma and alpha gamma. You multiply it, you will get it, right? So if I compare, I can see alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma is equal to c by a. That is what? Equating coefficient of x. And then comparing constant term, d by a is equal to minus alpha beta gamma. Minus alpha beta gamma is equal to d by a. That is equating constant term. These things has been written here. See that? If you bring this minus side, this become alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. Alpha beta, beta gamma, alpha gamma, c by a, and alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a, right? And these three formula are very important. And I can see also a pattern. It is minus b by a, then c. So b, c, d, right? Minus plus minus. So you can actually extend it to general polynomial equation. So I will come to that later on. Right now we will remember this. Alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. Alpha beta, beta gamma, gamma alpha is equal to c by a. Alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a. So let's see one easy question based on this learning. Question is, find value of alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square and alpha beta gamma roots of this equation, right? So this cubic polynomial equation has three roots, alpha, beta, gamma. What we know, alpha plus beta plus gamma, that is minus b by a. So minus of minus 2 by 1, that is 2. Then alpha beta, beta gamma plus alpha gamma is equal to what? C by a, that is minus 1 by 1, that is minus 1. And alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a, minus 2 by 1, that is minus 2. Okay. Now we are looking for alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square. So alpha plus, if I use this 2, right, if you think, you can see a pattern. It is alpha plus beta plus gamma. If you square them, you will find this one and somehow connect it to this one, right? What is that I am saying? I am saying alpha plus beta plus gamma whole square is equal to alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square, and 2 times alpha beta, beta gamma, alpha gamma, right? Now we are looking for this part, but we know this one, alpha plus beta plus gamma is 2, so it is 2 square is equal to alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square plus 2, and what is alpha beta, this term, this is equal to minus 1, so minus 1. So if you simplify it, alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square is equal to 6. This is your answer. So I hope you got condition of alpha, beta and gamma. So just see it once again. This is the properties of roots. Next is transformation of cubic equation for symmetric roots. So we have ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0, and its roots are alpha, beta and gamma. I want to find another cubic equation whose roots are alpha plus 1, beta plus 1, gamma plus 1. See, that's what I mean by symmetric here. This symmetric, right, means each root should be connected in same way with the previous one, otherwise we cannot apply this method. So what I am going to do, alpha plus 1 is the new root. So what I will do, we have done same thing in quadratic, so idea is exactly same. You assume alpha plus 1 is equal to y, right? So what, y is the root because it is alpha plus 1. Now what happens, alpha is equal to y minus 1, and what we know about alpha, alpha is root of this one, so it will satisfy alpha. So put everywhere alpha in place of x. So it is alpha is what, y minus 1 cube, plus b alpha is what, y minus 1 square, c y minus 1 plus d equal to 0, right? So let's do one question on this. This equation has 3 roots, alpha, beta, gamma. Find equation whose roots are -2, beta -2 and gamma -2. So what I will do, I will write y is equal to alpha -2 and alpha is equal to what? Y plus 2. Put y plus 2 everywhere. So 2 into y plus 2 whole cube, y plus 2 whole square plus y minus 3 equal to 0. So simplify it and get the answer. So it is 2 times y cube a cube plus b cube plus 3ab square, 3 to 4y plus 6y square, then y square plus 4y plus 4 plus y plus 2 minus 3 equal to 0. You simplify it and you will get the cubic equation. That cubic equation will have root alpha -2, beta -2, gamma -2. That is transformation of cubic equation for symmetric roots. In the next one, I will let you know how to find number of roots of cubic polynomial. Like for quadratic, we know that d greater than 0, 2 real roots, right? D equal to 0, 2 equal real roots, and d less than 0, no real roots. So how do we find how many real roots we will have in a given cubic equation? That's what we will be doing in next class. That's what we will be doing in next video. Thank you.